All right, what's up, y'all? I wasn't planning on making an AEW video today. I ain't gonna lie. But it was brought to my attention, there was a picture going around of a Dynamite from 2 days ago where a 2,000 to 3,000 seat arena of Dynamite was damn near empty. It looked like 75, 80% empty. Now, as you guys know, this is not a problem that just popped up. AEW has been having an attendance problem for a while now, a significant while now. And they've been having a ratings problem for a while now. Weeks ago, I made a video really trying to figure out why people are losing interest in AEW. And I pay attention to the comment section because my video and what I'm saying here is my opinion, my perspective. I listen to the comment section because I want to see other people's opinions, other people's perspectives. And while I got a whole bunch of people who understood what I was saying, I got more than I expected. More people saying like, oh, well, I enjoy AEW. And I'm like, okay, you enjoying AEW is cool. But you enjoying AEW as one person or as your whole household may just love AEW, that's cool. That does not speak for the entire population of your city, at least. You know what I'm saying? You can love AEW all you want. That does not mean there's not a problem. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people were like, okay, yo, me and my girlfriend and my dog, we watch AEW, so there's no problem. No. Just because you enjoy it doesn't mean the people in your city, the people in your region, like what are we talking about? The people in your friend group, you know what I'm saying? There's like, I don't even know how to explain it. There's so many AEW fans that like, they enjoy AEW itself, so they have no idea of like what it's like to not like AEW. And it's like, there's a problem with people not caring about this program anymore. They're not coming to the shows and they're not watching the television program. This doesn't mean they're putting out bad wrestling, because I think they're putting out very good wrestling. You know, obviously there's some things they can do better, which I've been stating on this channel a lot. You feel me? But it's like, I thought it was only a ratings problem. I thought the attendance problem kind of filled out, because usually I turn on like clips and stuff from YouTube. The crowd doesn't seem quiet. So I would think there's people in there. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because like, even when the AEW crowd is like damn near empty, they tend to like make it seem like there's a lot of people in there, which is a good thing, you know? Because I couldn't tell. I can't really tell. I think the cameras do a very good job of like hiding it, you know? And they're loud. But then you have so many like WWE crowds, which are damn near sold out, and then they be not giving anything. They just quiet the entire night. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's such a weird thing, you know? And I brought up the WWE point because I know that's going to be, oh, well, anytime I bring up something negative about AEW, it's immediately compared to the other company. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't, you comparing it to Raw or SmackDown or whatever, it did not change the fact that there's an issue here, you know? And it's like, I don't even think it's a small crowd issue per se. I can't even say, because like even TNA, they have small crowds, but the crowds are freaking loud, so you can't even tell, you know? NXT has the same 25 people in that damn arena. It's probably more than 25, but they have the same group of people in there every week damn near, because it's a free event, so they just going in there, you know? They're in the Facebook group or whatever. It's the same amount of people going in there. I see like the same 10 faces in there every week, you feel me? And they in there jumping up and down like it's a pay-per-view every week. You know what I'm saying? But I've been trying to figure this out for so long. And Tony Khan has an issue with this. And he may not care because there's so many other good things going on. And that's cool. But there's a serious attendance and viewership problem with this product. You know? AEW is not getting the attention it used to gain. And that is an issue to me. It is, because that means your product is not gaining interest in people. Like, people aren't tuning in to watch it. People aren't going to the show. The pay-per-views are international, so those are, I feel like the international crowds, they're always going to come out, you know what I'm saying? And they always show out. You feel me? No matter what show it is, you know what I'm saying? But I guess I don't know if the American crowds are just like spoiled, you know what I'm saying? That could be a thing too. I don't know. I have no idea. But it's like, and even at All In had a lot of part of the arena that was like super taped off, you know what I'm saying? And like, obviously there are so many excuses you can put up for AEW. Oh, they're a young company. Oh, you could say a whole bunch of things, but the reality of it is that people aren't tuning in. People aren't caring about AEW like they used to. That's just the reality of it. All the technicalities of it, all that stuff can change within a day. You feel me? But the real issue here is that no one is caring about AEW. Let me not say no one before AEW fans 7073 starts typing. Let me not say no one. But the interest around this company is dying. It is. And if you're in the crib and you watch Dynamite every week, you watch Rampage every week, you watch Collision every week, I am so happy for you. But let me tell you something. You and everybody in your house are not even close to being a percentage. You feel me? You, your dad, your mom, your dog, your sister, your brother, you fucking fish, y'all are not even a decimal point of a percentage of y'all don't matter in the grand scheme of things. You feel me? You're a one household in an entire region of a city, of a state, of a country. You feel me? So your one household does not affect much, honestly. And there's nothing you can really do about it. It's not really a deficit to you. It's more so of that's just what it is. There's a reason why people aren't watching AEW anymore. There's a reason why people do not care about this product. And I'm going to tell you, because there's nothing to tune into anymore. There's not. I feel like a lot more people than I expected do what I do, and they only watch pay-per-views. I have no reason to not believe that now. I think a lot more people than I thought. I thought what I was doing was like a rare thing. Apparently, more people are just like pay-per-view only with AEW. You know what I'm saying? Because the pay-per-views, they knock it out the park every single time. I'll say 95% of the time. 95% of the time. They've had a few bad ones, but it's not as bad as like you would think. You know what I'm saying? But people aren't watching Dynamite anymore. And Dynamite's the flagship show. That's why I like hone in on that. Because Collision has been dead since Punk left. And Rampage has been dead before Punk left. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, what's happening here? You know what I'm saying? Why is Tony Khan not finding something to figure this out? And again, he may not care. But then I heard something the other day, speaking about the all-in tickets sold or whatever, and Tony Khan doesn't want to release the ticket sales for that. Because that probably was lower than he projected. And I'm like, bro, there is an issue. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep on saying it. Because there's going to be people who like dodge it and act like it's not real. But this is the most real thing that's happening. You feel me? This is very real. And it's alarming because you have Okada and Ospreay and Mercedes Moné and Ricochet and all these people, MJF, who you would think can bring in viewers. But why aren't these people draws? You feel me? I watched a video the other day of this YouTuber. And he was speaking about, he usually has like a really negative tone towards like 95% of wrestling. So I was it was a weird video. But he spoke about how he thinks there are no more real stars in wrestling. And I saw the title of the video and I was like, what? So I went and watched it. And I kind of understood what he meant. He was like, the only real stars left in this company are like The Rock and Roman Reigns and all this stuff. And then he didn't even, I don't even think he like mentioned AEW like that, but then he said all of wrestling. And then he just started mentioning people like, John Cena and all that. And I'm like, I kind of understand what he's trying to get at. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I agree with the sentiment, but I understand. If he means stars as in draws, then yeah, there aren't that many draws left in wrestling. There aren't that many people that you can put them on your show and 100,000 people, 200, 300,000 people are going to tune in just to see that superstar. And if there are all the draws, wrestling, in wrestling period, they're not in AEW. None of them are. And none of them have the ability to go to AEW, you know what I'm saying? Like Undertakers, Cena, Roman Reigns, Rock, all of those people are never going to AEW. AEW does not have one person that they can throw out there and say, trap card here. Remember when they had the NXT versus Dynamite thing? And NXT was like, you know what? We throwing everybody at the wall, and throwing everybody, freaking Undertaker and Cena and everyone. AEW can't pull that move. AEW does not have one person that they can say, we're going to hear from this person, because they do that on their match cards. We'll hear from MJF. We'll hear from Moxley. They don't have anyone who's going to change their viewership from 600,000 to 900,000. And to me, and now I understand when people say there's no more stars, because the little bit of stars there are, they're not in AEW. They don't have a Roman Reigns. They don't have a Rock. They don't have a legend. And you could chalk that up to just saying, oh, well, John Cena and The Rock have been here 15, 20 years. Their careers in this company are longer than AEW's lifespan. But you got Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns can bring in viewers. I think Cody Rhodes I think Cody was on that show too. I think Cody can bring in viewers. At this point, I think people like Joe Hendry can bring in viewers, because he came over to NXT and his stock rose exponentially. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of people. But I don't think AEW can call on anybody right now. If the network called them and said, hey, we need you to hit 300,000 views this week. Like 300,000 views above your like regular 600,000. So in accumulation, you need 900,000 viewers. We need you to, your regular 6, we need 9. Better way to explain that. Your regular 600, we need 900,000. Who are they going to call? What are they going to do? What do you think AEW could possibly do to get themselves from a 6 to a 9 in a week span? Right after Dynamite goes off, someone comes in the office like, hey, Tony, look, I need you to hit 900,000 viewers next week. Flat, at least 900,000. I know we usually get 6, maybe 7, 750, 60, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of 760 is kind of like the good area. I need us to hit 9. What is Tony Khan going to do at that point? I don't know what he can do. But you know why I don't know what he can do? Because the only thing I can think of is for Tony Khan to put on Will Ospreay versus Ricochet and Mercedes Moné versus somebody. I don't know. But guess what? That doesn't work, because Tony Khan already does that. Tony Khan already puts pay-per-view level matches on Dynamite, and we still get the same results. So what is Tony Khan going to do to reach that point? If it ever came down to it. It never will. I don't think. I don't think the networks really run like that. Again, I don't know, but I highly doubt they're going to kick Tony's door down and say, hey, we need you to hit this, or you're just done. But in the reality that they kick his door down and say, hey, we need you to hit 1 million, we need you to hit 900,000, what is Tony Khan going to do at that point? That's the problem. That's the problem. Because you know why? TNA can do that. I have no doubt in my mind that TNA can do that. You know why? Because TNA can call on people like AJ Styles, who, if he's not hurt, he can show up. You can have a whole TNA Legends night. I bet you they could pull it off. I bet you they could. If they had a regular TV network deal, you feel me? Obviously, TNA doesn't, so it's kind of null and void point. But this is my problem. You know what I'm saying? AEW doesn't have anyone that can call on for a trap card. They don't have a go-to shooter. You know what I'm saying? They don't have anyone who can make the shot if they pass the ball. They don't have any star players. The highest star player they have is it's arguable between MJF and Ospreay. And Ospreay's on the show damn near every week, so he ain't doing nothing. And MJF's on the show damn near every week, so he ain't doing nothing. So where are we at? They don't have anybody. And I think that's the problem. No one wants to turn on the show because there's no reason to. They can just go on YouTube and watch it. There's no reason to go to the Dynamite shows because they're going to put on some cool matches, cool. But there's no one they want to be in the arena with. There's no one they want to... If they announce Rock right now for next week's show on USA Network, you know how many ratings that's going to get? If they've announced Rock, Cena, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, they could say Triple H is going to say something. I think it might work. There's a few people. And then as far as active superstars, you could say Roman. You could say, let me think. I think if you pull off someone like Jordan Grace, that people will show up. You know what I'm saying? Because even that 1 week, I think when NXT won, Jordan Grace had a higher rating than Sexy Red did. And Sexy Red brought in viewers. You know what I'm saying? The only thing AEW could do is probably bring in like a rapper or something. Tony Khan will have to call Kendrick and Drake to have a match. Tony Khan will have to call Kendrick and Drake to have a no-holds-barred match in the middle of that ring to get some viewers. That would get me to tune in. I ain't gonna lie. I'm watching that. I would love to see that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It's just, I don't know, bro. AEW needs to find some superstars that can just move the needle. And again, you can chalk that up to AEW just being a young company. That's cool. But after a while, it's gonna 5 years is gonna turn to 10 years. 10 is gonna turn to 15, 15 turn to 20, and then these superstars are gonna retire. And if AEW doesn't have a real developmental program, do we know who's next up in AEW? Like, has anyone thought about that? Do we know who's like next up to take up after Mox and Copeland? And do we know who's next up? No, we don't know. We're just hoping that AEW picks some people up from the indies and just hope they work. You feel me? But the way it looks like, AEW puts them on the show, has them have one match, and then Triple H picks them right after. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's so quick. Things happen so quick. But it's like, we don't even have a developmental program for AEW so we can see who's up next. That's why NXT is so beneficial, because we knew Braun Breaker was coming. We knew Carmelo Hayes was coming. We knew Roxanne Perez is on her way. There's so many superstars that we can see it. And as wrestling fans, I feel like it's so good to be able to see these players develop. So when they come out, it's like the draft. Why do you think people watch the draft combine and all that stuff? Because they want to see who's going to be the next players on their team, who's going to take their team to a championship. And you can see that with like NXT. AEW, I don't know why AEW hasn't turned Rampage into a developmental show of some sort. I don't know why they haven't done that. And I know they have some superstars that are on their radar that they want to bring in. I know they do. So why don't you just use that? How is that not even a reality? How has no one even thought about that? And if they have thought about it, why haven't you implemented it? There's so many things that AEW could do to fix their advertisement, to fix it. It just, I'm gonna leave y'all with this, because this is almost a 20-minute video. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. When AEW came to my city, I didn't know AEW was coming until I passed the venue and I saw all the AEW trucks outside. I passed the venue. It was like it wasn't a big stadium. It was like a little, I don't know what you would call it, like a ballroom kind of sort. But it's a big arena. You know what I'm saying? I've seen concerts in there. I've seen concerts be held in there, I'll say. But AEW's advertisement is like, okay, we're showing up here, and then the trucks are outside. Okay, cool. When Monday Night Raw came here, when I tell you there was no way I could have escaped it, I don't even listen to the radio. I happen to turn on the radio just on my car, just off of some days I didn't have my phone connected. They on the radios talking about it, commercial. Oh, Monday Night Raw is coming. Don't you want to see freaking Rollins on it? I go on TV. And again, I rarely watch TV, but the one day I decided to look at a commercial, oh, yeah, they're on their way. You know what I'm saying? And you know, WWE does that thing where they show like 15 events all at once, like their 15 next upcoming events, you know what I'm saying? When WWE comes to your city, they let you know repeatedly, you know what I'm saying? They will not let you forget it. You understand? AEW comes and it's like they're whispering. It's like, oh, here we are. Why they have to be? I don't know why they're not more obnoxious with their advertisement. That's what I would do. If my wrestling show is coming to that city, I'm letting everyone, every advertisement, every form of media, billboards, freaking, you know what I'm saying? Now where I'm at, I don't think AEW's had a pay-per-view here yet. I don't think. But I'm gonna just say it for WrestleMania. When WrestleMania was here, and obviously this is WrestleMania, so you know. But weeks before WrestleMania, a year before WrestleMania, you had the governors and the mayors talking about it. A year before, I'm talking about, we didn't even get to 39 yet. I think it was like the weekend of WrestleMania 39. Before night one even kicked off. And they were, you know what I'm saying? And I can't even remember if we knew. I think we knew that 40 was coming, but I can't even remember. But it's like, they do this in every city, bro. But yeah, man, it's just, the problem is AEW is not advertising their shows well. They're not making it seem like it's a real takeover when they show up to these events. They just show up, and if people don't know, they don't know. But People do not care enough to watch the shows. People do not care enough to go out to the events, to the actual the weekly shows. And that's an issue. And if you don't see that's an issue, then there's an issue. You know what I'm saying? If you can't realize that there's an issue with that, you got to reevaluate some things. It doesn't mean AEW's trash. It doesn't mean they're going to die tomorrow. It doesn't mean they're going to explode and Tony Khan sucks and all that stuff. It doesn't mean all that. It means exactly what I said to you. There's a problem with AEW in their advertisement. There's a problem with AEW in the grand attention around this company. Nobody cares. People do not care about AEW anymore. And that is a problem. So, I mean, all we can do now is hope they can fix it. That's all we can do. We can't do much else. If you're an AEW fan, continue to watch AEW. That's the best way you can support. Continue to watch AEW. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. But there's something going on, and before the problem gets worse, Tony Khan has to fix it. Tony Khan and the AEW family, whoever's in charge over there, they have to fix it. Because at this rate, it's only going to get worse. But y'all let me know how you guys feel about this, man. How much trouble is AEW in? What happens now? You know what I'm saying? It's just, y'all let me know how you feel about it, man. I'm confused. I'm disappointed. I'm like, I don't know. But I'm at a loss for words, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I've said all I can say. It's damn near a 20-minute video. But y'all be safe, man. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know your feelings about it. And yeah. Like the video. If you like the video, subscribe if you're new. Subscribe if you have not already. Comment down below what kind of video you want me to do next. Stay safe, drink water. I love you guys. Praise God. And I will see you in the next video, man.